straight ahead.
Plus, it's International Men's Day. Let's see what the men of our nation have been doing.
And stay thirsty, my friends. Cuba Libre is on the move and Junkanoo is involved. A great mix. Stay close for that.
And coming up in sports, WNBA superstar Jonquel Jones holds a basketball clinic for young girls.
Tonight, Access Now starts now.
And good evening, everybody. I'm Marcelus Hall.
And I'm Jiminita Swain. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
Well, night number 2 for you, Jimmy. How's it going?
All is well. I'm looking forward to the rest of the week, Marcelus.
All right, good stuff. Well, let's dive right into the news for you this evening. Assistant Superintendent Kendra Wallace-Wims is the recent recipient of the Public Service Officer of the Year Award. She's also Officer of the Year for the Ministry of National Security, and get this, the Royal Bahamas Police Force as well. Reflecting on her achievements today, Officer Wims speaks on the importance of excellent customer service.
You have to serve with excellence. Whatever client that comes in your office that you may meet along the way, you have to ensure that you serve those clients with dignity, trust, and respect at all times. Not even a dull day with that. Because when persons come in the office, they need assistance. And sometimes we are the last resource. So if persons in public service would understand that, to be more service-oriented, this Bahamas would be such a better place.
Officer Wims is head of the Domestic Violence Task Force. With the prevalence of violence now going up against women and children, she called on parents to focus on nurturing young boys to become outstanding men.
It starts from the home system, especially when it comes to young men growing up in the home. A lot of boys are taught not to cry, to be strong. But what is that? What is that? Not to cry, or what is it to be strong? We got to show our men, especially our young men, how to love women, how to love themselves. And as a result of knowing that, they will be able to be better citizens in the Bahamas.
Well, here in the Bahamas, a special symposium for International Men's Day was held at the Paul H. Farquharson Center, hosted by the Men's Desk, Department of the Gender and Family Affairs. Candid discussions were held as men faced issues on the front line. Representatives included NGOs, uniformed branches, and the church were participants as they determined the way forward to make an impact on truly empowering men. Chadwick James II said one of the most important things is having a father who's always present.
So a father to me is someone who's always there, someone who school function, he is there, PTA, PTC, sports center, not sports center, sports day, he's always there. To the point where if my mom wasn't there, he was there. And I couldn't understand when my parents, well, not my parents, my friends would say that their father wasn't coming. I was like, hey, what else he have to do? Because I didn't, in my mind back then, I didn't know that everyone's father ain't like my father. They don't think like my father. They don't, work his job. So when I saw him, I said, Dad, like why their fathers don't show up to all these meetings like you? He just said, I don't know. So when he did that, I now see, now that I have my daughter here,
Officer Michael Seeley of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force agrees that a father's impact is a lasting one. He shared words of wisdom from his father that he will take with him all his life.
Once a job has begun, never leave it till it's done. Be no matter great or small, do it well or don't do it at all. That stood with me.
Well, men are gathered in Rawson Square this hour as International Men's Day celebrations continue, and happy International Day to you as well. I tell you what, moving right into our next story, Jiminita, Cuba Libre has now been giving back and spreading cheer to members of the local Junkanoo community. Several A-category Junkanoo groups receiving 120 cases of the popular Cuba Libre libations, while those in the B category received half a pallet. The initiative, dubbed Warm the Shacks, symbolizes the company's appreciation and unwavering support for the Junkanoo community. Director of Cuba Libre is Gavin Christie.
As a young kid in Government High, my brothers, Perry Christie, our family grew up with the Valley Boys, and the Valley Boys grew up with us. And so I've always loved Junkanoo. I've always participated in Junkanoo. And I've always been around the shacks. And shacks, it's long hours toiling in the shacks. And so we thought that we could warm the shacks with Cuba Libre, you know, for the young men and the young women who spend so many hours there.
Well, this marks the 4th year for the company's give back. Cuba Libre officials reiterating their commitment to promoting moderation and discouraging underage drinking. They're hoping Junkanoo leaders would ensure beverages are consumed responsibly.
In the Valley Boys, we've always tried to control the use of alcohol because it's a sport, really. You have to. I mean, you really have to be in some kind of decent physical condition. To beat a drum, shake a cowbell, or dance. I used to be one of the best dancers. I don't know if I am anymore. And can you imagine? You have to be able to prance and dance all through Bay Street. And so. Because of that, we always tried to control, well, guys, control your alcohol intake because, you got to be ready for this.
Well, still to come, the funny man is in the house tonight. Naughty has been a comedian for some 27 years. His journey is coming up right after the break. Keep it locked.
Your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with a live business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from a live business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
Janae's Christmas Wonderland with the best selection and prices in town is open under the Big Tent. Get 20 to 50% off selected Christmas decorations. Restrictions apply. Trees in pink, frosted green or white in a variety of sizes up to 15 feet. LED and laser lights, tree ornaments, lighted angels, and Santa tree toppers. Bright, unique, and lively colored Christmas balls, garlands, wreaths, ribbons, bows, snowflakes, puffs, and blankets, and much more. Add flowers, picks, and decorative mesh to brighten up your home or office this holiday season. And don't forget the toys at Janae's Chesapeake Road. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. WhatsApp 817-3295.
And welcome back. You're looking at a shot of the Palmdale area, otherwise known as Centerville, home of the Valley Boys Junkanoo Group. And before I get carried away thinking about the sounds of goatskin drums and cowbells, let's turn things over to Jimmy and the Family Island News.
Family Island News is brought to you by Commonwealth Brewery Limited.
Well, Long Island dominated the ANCO Awards this weekend, showing the crowded Bahamas Convention Center what it means to be Long Island strong. The ANCO Awards pays homage to the dedication, hard work, and passion of our nation's fishing legends. Among the honorees were Long Island's Keith Carroll, who received the Lifetime Achievement Award along with $10,000 and a Royal Caribbean cruise. Another Long Islander, Emil Knowles, was named the Commercial Fisher of the Year, while Grand Bahamas' Omiko Glinton won Sports Fisher of the Year. Sean Leedon of Central Andros won Flats Fisher of the Year, and New Providence's Lofton Culmer, who was awarded the Minister's Choice Award. Both Leedon and Culmer also took home $10,000 prizes. Congratulations to all the honorees from us here at Access Now. Marcelus?
All right, thanks, Jimmy. Well, indeed, the funny man is here with us for the first time on Access Now. Naughty, welcome to the newscast. We call him Naughty. I call him my friend. But tell you what, no shade or anything, but I know you've been around for a while. Tell us how many years you've been making people laugh, man.
27. Good to be here, Marcel. It's always a pleasure to chop it up with you on any occasion, any platform. And of course, I've been blessed to be doing this for 27 years.
Wow, that's pretty long.
May 10th of 2025, Lord spare life, will be 28 years doing it. And, you know, like Spike Lee says, when you get a chance to make a living doing what you love, you win. So I'm actually been winning. So I appreciate it, thank God.
Yeah, yes, indeed, yes, indeed. How'd you get started in comedy, man? How'd that all get rolling?
But that's a long story. Let me try to make it as short as I can. When I first started, I was at Merv Griffin. And that was Resorts International. That became Atlantis. From Atlantis, I left Atlantis after they opened, went to Breezes because Breezes opened, and I had a great opportunity down there. So I was hosting a lot of shows in the entertainment department, you know, guest coordination, group events. And Richard Bethel used to come down on Monday night, Lord bless the dead. He was one of the owners of Joke as well. And I had introduced the comics, and he was like, you should be doing stand-up comedy. And this went on for years and years, like about 8 years.
Yeah.
And then finally there was an opportunity at the club. And he came in one night and was like, look, are you going to take this opportunity or not? And just, it was, you know, the stars lined up. Somebody whispered in my ear, I guess it was God, and hey, okay, I'll try it. And the rest is history. First night I did like 9 minutes. It was the most nervous 9 minutes of my life. But when I came off stage, I knew that there and then, yeah, okay, this is what I want, this is what I want to do.
Wow.
So not only did I pursue it as a career, I pursued it as an art form as well because that's what it is, and you got to find out the roots and the history. It dates all the way back to vaudeville, and it's early roots, you know, from there to where we are. So, you know, because you want to be a complete comedian, and if you want to do it to make a living, that's what you got to do. And unfortunately and fortunately, I perform for tourists every night, so I got to be topical. I have to be aware, and I have to know, you know, about them.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it's a blessing because instead of going on the road comes to me.
Yeah, that's
I'm at
good
Joker's
stuff.
Wild. It's a great club, a great opportunity at the Atlantis, so it works out.
Speaking of Joker's Wild, tell us a little bit. What's a lot of people forgot about Joker's Wild, but
yeah,
it's
I don't know how that happened, but it's Tuesday through Sunday, every night of the week. Doors open at 8:15. Showtime is 9 sharp. We have international touring comedians from your favorites, from HBO, Def Comedy Jam, Comedy Central, XM Satellite Radio. So they're here. You're familiar with a lot of the names. And we have a great 2-for-1 price on local. So if you're local, come out and take advantage of the 2-for-1.
It sounds pretty good to me. You all know about Love Fest, Laugh Fest 2025 coming up. Tell us a little bit more about that.
All I can say at this time is your cries have been answered. We had a great run with Laugh Fest and Love Fest. The pandemic kind of threw a kink into things. And people have been calling consistently, because you got to think that we did Laugh Fest and we did 13 editions of that in a row, 13 years in a row, sold out shows. Then we brought on Love Fest because somebody wanted, you know, Valentine. Hey, let's do something Valentine. So we did about 12 of them. The pandemic came, and the phone has been consistently blowing up. So I can tell everybody, fans of Laugh Fest and Love Fest, circle your calendars for Valentine's. We got something special coming for you. Wise Guy Entertainment, the Beam Agency, Joker's Wild. We're gonna make it happen for you.
All right, sounds great. Awesome stuff, man. Keep it up. That's our time here with Naughty or his naughtiness. It's been our pleasure to have him on the show with us this evening. And who knows, if you send us tickets, we might see you at Laugh Fest and stuff. So
yeah, man, we'll do something, man. I'll make sure you guys get some tickets to give away. And big up to all the men on International Men's Day. It is our day. From here on out, you should put your feet up and be pampered and taken care of. And if you got caught on doing chores today on Men's Day, you lose till next year. I'm going back to doing nothing now on Men's Day.
There you go. All right, well, coming up in sports, just around the corner, Jonquel Jones had a nice little clinic for young kids, man. We'll tell you all about that. Stay with us.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
Just watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel up with confidence in every mile. Get Ruby Searcher Tech in your tank and drive with a smile. Watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel the difference with Ruby Searcher Tech.
You're going to get more to be thankful for from BTC this November. They're teaming up with What's Trending to give away a $200 Visa gift card and a Bahamas Air voucher. Just email the latest paid receipt from either your BTC postpaid or fiber internet account to saleshq@znsbahamas.com and you will be entered to be one of the lucky 2 winners whose names will be announced on What's Trending on November 28th, Thanksgiving Day. More to be thankful for from BTC, only on What's Trending.
Welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check here on a Tuesday, everybody. I'm Marcelus. All make it career victory 200 for Grand Bahama native coach Jolette McPhee-McEwen. She and her Ole Miss Lady Rebels back in action last night, taking on Jackson State. 16th ranked Ole Miss rolling their way here to an easy win, 74-44 ends up being your final score. Lady Rebels now 3-1 on the season. They head to Nassau. They'll compete at the Bahama Hoops Tournament beginning on Monday when they play Boston College. NBISS Girls Softball Best of 3 Championships getting started on Monday at the Freedom Farm Field. Starting with the junior girls here, QC Comets. They jumped out to a 6-0 lead on St. Augustine's College. Big Red Machine before holding on to win 13-7. They take a 1-0 lead in that series. On the senior girls side of things, Comets again getting the better of SAC, this time in a close one, 7-6. Both series now set to continue on Wednesday. And guess what? That's your check on sports we're here on this Tuesday. Of course, our Tuesday weather forecast is just around the corner. Stay with us.
Birthday. He's an Eleuthera and we're all the way in Nassau. You got it? Okay. Yes, you're right.
Eleuthera for tomorrow? No problem.
Hi, I'm Brent Burrows, Vice President of Retail and Sales at CBS Bahamas and the CBS Pro Store. Not only do we guarantee the best prices on all your favorite building materials, but we're proud to offer the best delivery program in all of Nassau. Whether you buy 1 box of screws or a truckload of plywood, island-wide delivery is just $5. And for our Family Island customers, we're proud to offer complimentary drop-off to the mailboat of your choice. Visit us today at the CBS Pro Store on Robinson Road and check out our website to set up your next delivery.
Our company offers a simple philosophy, open hands. What do open hands mean? If you keep your hands closed, nothing comes in, nothing goes out. If you keep your hands open, a lot of things comes in, a lot of things goes out. We cannot expect to be a successful company without blessing our community and blessing our country.
My good friend and valued client, Dominic Stirrup, approached me following a meeting we had and told me of the idea that he had of feeding 10,000 Bahamians on Thanksgiving.
There was a lot of details to put together, had to figure out how to get it done, but at the end, it was worth it. At the end, it gave me a heart of gratitude to know that our company is reaching out to so many persons.
We invite you on a journey to witness an extraordinary chapter in the story of the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, a tale of compassion, unity, and the true spirit of Thanksgiving.
It's time now for your access. What a
forecast, we still have that dry conditions across the 700 islands, but that will be short-lived. Reason being, we have this frontal boundary with lots of showers and thunderstorms associated with it. It's on the way. We'll get in here sometime early Thursday afternoon, and that will lead to a nice chill down over the weekend. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Live Business, where you're always protected during the worst storms. In the northwestern islands tonight through Wednesday, southerly winds 12 to 18 knots, wave height building 3 to 6 feet. Now your high tide, that will occur at 10:32 this evening, with another high tide at 11:01 tomorrow morning for the central and southeastern islands through Wednesday. The wind southeast at 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet over the ocean. And then as we take you into Thursday in the northwestern islands, we have a shift in those winds. They become southwest to west just ahead of that frontal boundary. The winds decreasing 10 to 15 knots, wave heights subsiding 2 to 4 feet. Now the high tide on Thursday, 11:56 in the morning, with a low tide at 6:33 in the afternoon. And for the central and southeastern islands on Thursday, southeast to south winds 10 to 15 knots, the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. It's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
They say we living in a dark, dark world, but I tell them say all good don't go to heaven. Sweat, blood, and tears.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update. Marcelus and Jimmy.
All right, thanks, Mazel. Nice, cool temperatures there, Jimmy.
Oh, well, Marcelus, I think the boots and the fur coats may come out this weekend. What you think?
I would not be surprised. I can see that right about now. Before we start doing about that, though, let's take a look at what's going on in socials as Matea Cunningham has more.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Matea, and this is Let's Talk Socials. Have you ever scrolled through your feed and thought, wow, everything looks so perfect? From the perfectly curated flat lays to the dreamy golden hour shots, there's no denying that the aesthetic vibe is strong on social media. But here's the big question. Is all of this aesthetic realism, well, real? Content creators have become obsessed with crafting the ultimate aesthetic. It's about making life look effortless, dreamy, and picture perfect. But how realistic is that? Let's be honest, no one's life is a constant pastel-toned picnic. The truth is, what we're seeing is often highly edited, highly curated versions of reality. Aesthetic content isn't necessarily bad, but it can blur the lines between authenticity and performance. For creators, this obsession with aesthetic realism can be exhausting. Every post becomes a production, every detail meticulously styled to keep up with trends, and while it might look amazing, it begs the question, are we connecting with our audience or creating simply a facade? So, the next time you're tempted to chase that perfect aesthetic, remember that authenticity trumps perfection. The most impactful content isn't always the most polished. It's the most relatable. That's it for this segment of Let's Talk Socials. Keep it real, but make it you.
All right, thanks, Jimmy. Well, that's a wrap for us tonight. Thanks, Matea, because that's a wrap for us tonight, Jimmy. I'm ahead of myself.
You're getting all tongue twisted, but be sure that definitely is a wrap. Join us tomorrow night for more Access Now.
Meanwhile, those stay tuned for the rundown. Clint Watson coming up next. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Attention small business owners, are you ready to elevate your success? Join us for the third episode of the SBDC's Business Blueprint. This time we're tackling how to navigate uncertainty, strategies for resilience with our expert guest, Dr. Leo Rowe. Learn how Bahamian businesses can thrive in the face of economic fluctuations, global market shifts, and local policy changes. Dr. Rowe will share essential strategies to help you stay competitive and grow no matter the challenges encountered. Don't miss the SBDC's Business Blueprint, Monday, November 25th at 9 p.m. right here on ZNS TV 13.
Clint Watson has been the trusted voice of journalism for over 2 decades. He is your first choice for hard-hitting discussions, your best choice for current affairs issues and investigative journalism. It's time to start the journey of